Hi, beautiful souls. Welcome to my channel, or welcome back. My name is Cheyenne. I am an intuitive tarot reader and witch, and I am so happy to be doing this pick a card reading for you today. So today we're going to be looking at love in 2024 for you. So super exciting. New year, new experiences, new happiness. So I am going to be starting off by cleansing the space with some Palo Santo. So as I'm doing this, I just want you to take a deep breath and kind of focus in on these decks and just kind of go towards the one that is really like pulling you forward. Usually you'll feel like an intuitive tug, just something your eye is like initially drawn to is usually the best pile to go for here. I just want to apologize for being gone from this channel for so long. I've been working through some stuff, so I'm so excited to be back, and hopefully we'll be making a lot more videos in 2024. New year, right? So just cleansing the space, getting rid of any unwanted or negative energy, only bringing positivity into this space. So for deck number 1 / group number 1, I have the Greer Tarot. And the crystal is a desert rose, which is another form of selenite, which I have right here. And this is just a little sneak preview of what the deck looks like. So again, Greer Tarot and Desert Rose crystal. For group number 2, deck number 2, I have the Egyptian Art Nouveau Tarot. Very Egyptian themed, with this beautiful piece of citrine. Isn't that gorgeous? So group number 2. Group number 3 is the Desert Illuminations Tarot. These decks don't want to come up off the table. Desert Illuminations. Got some cool aliens and cowboys and stuff in this one. And the crystal is a piece of rough green aventurine. Gorgeous. So I will have all the timestamps linked down below in the description box for group number 1, group number 2, and group number 3. I'll also have my Etsy shop listed down below. By the time you guys are watching this, I should have my readings back up on there, so you can book a personal reading with me if you want to go more in depth with something that I said. But yeah, just pick the deck that you're feeling drawn to. If it doesn't resonate, then you can pick another pile, or just take what does resonate and leave the rest behind. This is a collective reading, so not everything is going to fit for everybody. So just keep that in mind. So with all that being said, we're going to get to group number 1 here. Hello, group number 1. If you chose this deck, this reading is for you. So you chose the Greer Tarot and this beautiful piece of Desert Rose. So I'm going to set that up there. So we're just going to be looking at love in 2024 for group number 1. So I'm just asking spirit guides, ancestors of anybody who's watching to guide this reading towards what needs to be heard, insights we can gain into what's coming up in love in 2024 for group number 1. And as you're watching this, I just want you to kind of like focus in on what you want to know, like questions you may have, hold them in your mind, persons of interest that you want the reading to kind of answer questions for you about. So we're just going to start off with that. Okay. Interesting here. Okay. Okay, we got a bunch of stuff falling out here. Okay, I'm going to start off with that because we got a whole bunch of cards flying out here. So we have the Nine of Swords, the Wheel of Fortune, the Page of Cups, the Queen of Cups. We have the Star, and we have the Three of Pentacles. Just got to move some stuff out of the way here. Okay. So for me, group number one, I feel like there's going to be a lot of like lessons learned and like ups and downs in love in 2024 for you. Um I'm seeing like friendships kind of taking precedence over relationships. Um yeah, I'm definitely seeing that. Okay, so we have the 9 of swords. The 9 of swords is about anxiety, it's about sleepless nights. I feel like this is something you worry about a lot, like your love life and maybe if you're ever going to find anybody or like just what's going on. It seems kind of like uh I don't know, you like dread things a lot when it comes to your love life for some reason, when that doesn't need, you don't need to be coming from that place. And I do definitely see you getting to a better place like mentally, emotionally in 2024. We have the Wheel of Fortune. So I actually love this card. So I do feel like there is a possibility that you could be getting a new relationship. We have this couple here and they're like celebrating and all that, and there's like somebody else getting kicked to the curb. So I definitely feel like there could be some new relationships in 2024 for you that are more prosperous and that work out better for you. Because I see there's like a lot of water energy and like hope here. So I do think that there is love in 2024 for you, like a beautiful love. So the thing about the Wheel of Fortune though is that everything that goes up must come down. So this is like the ups and downs of life and just like going with the flow. Yeah, going with the flow. I feel like that definitely, as I said that, I was like, that's definitely, I feel like the theme for you in 2024 is going with the flow. We have a lot of water. We have the Star here with water flowing. We have the Page of Cups and the Queen of Cups here, which represent water. And we only have one Mind card, which is the Nine of Swords here. So that's, I feel like almost in the past here. With the way that I set the cards up, this to me is like almost what you're moving out of, is this anxious feeling and moving towards a more emotionally mature feeling just overall in your love life. And then we also have the Three of Pentacles here. This is like working together. You know, it could be like in a workplace or with like friends. That's kind of where I saw like the friend thing. But it could just be like in general, like working through different parts of your life and like marrying all of those things. I feel like I'm jumping ahead. But anyways, the Wheel of Fortune. So I do feel like things might come into your favor. With the Wheel of Fortune, usually this comes up as good fortune. It's like things going into your favor. If you've been having a lot of like these kind of bad things going on or like nightmares or just like stuff's not going your way, I do think that you're moving into a prosperous year for you. Like you're on top, you're living happy, like things are going your way. It's like your turn, if that makes sense, to be happy. So then we have the Page of Cups. So I feel like you're going to kind of like approach your love life in a more like innocent, loving way, instead of like always thinking that like worst case scenario or like things just aren't going to go your way. I feel like you're going to be more open-minded, more like the Page of Cups energy is like somebody that hasn't been hurt a lot and just kind of like is going into things with like this open, beautiful soul. I feel like you'll be more hopeful in your love life, and like I feel like that's going to help you find somebody that really works for you, because you're going to not have this like pessimistic attitude. It's almost like having this attitude will actually help you find somebody. Like, even though it's more vulnerable energy for sure, it's definitely something that I think will help you in the long run. So then we have the Star here. The Star is about hope. It's about like the light at the end of the tunnel. So I definitely feel like you'll either feel more like emotionally content within yourself, or like you'll have a relationship that like is this shining star of like hope. For some reason I am feeling a lot more of like inner calm, inner happiness, inner contentness. How do I explain this? It's almost like whatever love life or like relationship that comes into this energy is like an added bonus. It's not like the main the main event. Because like it's more of like a finding yourself situation. And then like I do see love here for you, but it's more of like a backseat energy, which is really interesting. It's not like the main forefront. It's more like just icing on the cake, if that makes sense. So then here we have the Three of Pentacles. I feel like there's going to be like hard work physically. The pentacles represent like the earth and like physical things. So I feel like there's going to be a lot of hard work learning to like bring things together to make them work in your physical life. Like, I don't know, just more tangible things. It's like making moves in like, you know, like your house or your career or like whatever it is. You know, this usually represents like working together, but this person's by themselves. And so I feel like it's just like making things. I love the three. To me, the three is like a very like complete energy of like harmony and things like that, and support. So I feel like there will be a lot more alignment in your life as far as like just your physical, your emotional, your well-being. So I feel like you'll be able to get like your financial, physical situation into line more, and that just will help in the emotional. So then we have the Queen of Cups, and I really love this energy kind of showing up towards like the future energy if we're looking at it that way. This is somebody who's like sensitive emotionally, like the person that you would go to get advice about like love and stuff, and that's like who you're becoming here in 2024 is like somebody that's just the complete opposite of this energy over here, which I love that. So it's like even if but again, I do see love life here, but it's in the back seat because I think the love that's coming into your life strong in 2024 is self-love and like self-respect, which is like really big. So I'm gonna pull, ooh, I don't want to like spill that candle over. Anyway, I'm gonna pull some oracle cards here just to see. So this is a like shadowy work deck, so I'm gonna see like what this has to say, which shadow work is just like inner work, shining light on things that maybe you want to keep hidden or whatever. So okay, so we have flight. These images are a little spooky, but I feel like the messages are really helpful. So this says flight. To free yourself, try changing the environment you're in. If you take action to help yourself, you can begin to take flight. So, and that's where I see you in 2024 is really like soaring. I love that this is 3 and 9 because again, 3, 6, 9, like, I don't know. Pay attention to signs from the universe that are like 3, 6, 9, those numbers, because I feel like that's important and integral in like your growth in this next year. To free yourself, try changing the environment you're in. And that's where I feel like this like physical energy is coming up. I think there's going to be like a physical change in your life somehow, either like moving or you're just like refining things. I think that's what I'm trying to say. You're refining things in your life to where it makes things just overall easier in like emotional healing if like your physical stuff is all in order. So there's just going to be like practices and things that are refined in 2024 that make it easier for you to soar like this. If you take action to help yourself, you can begin to take flight. And I think that's exactly what this reading is saying. So I'm going to bring some crystal energy in here. Look at those backs. Beautiful. I've just been really loving crystal energy for readings for myself and for others, just because it's like crystals are from the earth, and so I feel like it brings a very tangible energy, like a graspable energy, is that even a word, into your life. So adventuring, create your own luck. Adventuring, create your own luck. So I feel like this is just the same energy of like taking control of your life, being the one in charge. Like I definitely feel like that is a main goal for you in 2024. It's almost like, it's funny because this person's like in the back seat. Again, I feel like the love life is in the back seat, like taking flight, creating your own luck, like creating things for yourself instead of like being almost like a passenger in your, like you're being the passenger in your own life. I love that we have like the rope over here tied up. It's almost like a trapped energy. Like I have no control over my life. I'm just here sitting anxious and there's nothing I can do about it. And I feel like the energy of 2024 is definitely like the opposite of that, creating your own luck. And aventurine is a beautiful like abundance stone, and 2024 is a year of abundance because if you add 2, 2, and 4 up, it's 8, and that is a number of balance as well as abundance. So yeah, creating your own luck. Like if you feel like stuff's just not going your way, and here's the Wheel of Fortune, which again, the Wheel of Fortune is almost like a luck card. It's like things are moving into your favor, but I feel like things are going to move into your favor because you're taking the necessary actions for that. So I'm just going to pull one last card. This is a like astrological deck. So we're going to see if there's anything astrology wise that's coming up for you. Oh my gosh, my dog is coughing back there. I apologize. Ooh, Mercury. Think, learn, network, and communicate. Yeah, so Mercury is definitely the planet of communication. So I love this, especially with like, I don't know, for some reason with the like the go with the flow energy I was talking about. It's just like putting yourself out there. And I love the butterfly. It's like flitting around and like learning from people. And that's where I see like almost the friendship thing, or like focusing on relationships that maybe aren't romantic. It's like networking. Yeah, networking, communicating. And this is like the working together thing. So I think like working with others, learning from others, emulating others in some way to help yourself is really going to be important for you in 2024. All right, group number 1. So that is your reading for what's coming up in love in 2024 for you. I hope that you enjoyed this reading. If you did, I would love to hear feedback down below in the comments. Let me know what pile you picked and if it resonated. If you'd like a personal reading with me, I offer them down in the description box in my Etsy. And I hope you have a magical day wherever you are. And I'm going to move on to group number 2 now. Bye. Hello, group number 2. If you chose this deck, this reading is for you. This is the Egyptian Art Nouveau Tarot, and this is a beautiful piece of citrine. I couldn't think for a minute. So we're just going to get into it. We're going to look at your love life. What's coming up in love in 2024 for you. So I'm just asking spirit guides, ancestors, whoever's looking out for group number 2 here to give me some insight into love in 2024. Alright, I'm going to start with these. I'm definitely going to pull some more, but we have the 5 of Cups. Okay. We have the 6 of Swords. And we have the 6 of Cups. Okay. So there's a mourning of the past. There's a leaving behind of the past. There's almost like a marrying of the past, like accepting what was, what no longer like is maybe. And moving on from that, but like being okay that that's part of your story. Because we have 2 6s here, and 6s are about reflection. 5s are about change. So I feel like there's a lot of like change that went on in your life. Like the 5 of Cups is very much like a heartbroken energy, sorrow, grief, like going through pain. It's interesting that it came up in the past. So I feel like this is either, I don't feel like this is energy coming up in 2024. I feel like this is something that is being brought over. Okay. Because the Six of Swords is about like baggage and stuff. So I feel like you definitely have brought pain and like trauma from the past love lives and stuff. And like you're moving on, but it's almost like, I love this acceptance, right? I feel like there's a lot of like reflection of like what got you to where you are and how you got there and just how it all adds to your story. Definitely need some more cards here. Because I feel like I'm getting more of like the past energy or like maybe just some shadow work type situations that you're going to be doing this coming year. We have the Star again. I got the Star in the last reading, so that's why I'm like, again. 2024 is all about hope, baby. Okay. We have the King of Wands. Ooh, fire and passion. The Star. And the Four of Pentacles. Let me see if I can get these all in frame here. Sorry, crystals. You're going to have to move out of the way a little bit. I feel like I need to set up my camera where I can put like more stuff in the frame. But for now, this is what we're working with. So okay, Seven of Wands is coming up as well, and then we have an underlying energy of the Chariot. Okay, so I feel like you're almost like your own worst enemy in this coming up year. So there's gonna be like, you're gonna have to learn. So I do see like a new love interest coming up. This is somebody that's passionate, that is like spicy, maybe like all consuming, and that's where, and like inspirational, makes you like, I almost like, I don't know how to say this, but like I almost am a little bit like hesitant of this kind of an energy. The King of Wands is like, can be a really like beautiful, like masculine energy. It doesn't have to be an actual male, but like that kind of active energy. It's like somebody that pursues you, somebody that's confident, somebody that like wants a relationship fast or whatever, or like wants to be involved fast. And I think that that's something that could work out. We have the Star here, which is like hope and things like that. I don't know, the Chariot coming up as the underlying energy is like too fast, things moving too fast. So just be wary of like moving too fast. And we have the Four of Pentacles here. And I think that this is like really important coming up because I think that there are certain things that need to be held close still. I feel like you are still in like a healing journey, and not to say that you can't be with somebody while you are healing or like working on yourself. You definitely can like find a relationship in that kind of energy, but there are certain things that like need to be held close to your heart still. Certain things you're working through from your past. This Five of Cups energy, which is like sadness, grief, a past relationship that probably didn't work out, whatever. You're still healing from that. And so I think that like approaching this in a different way, like being a little bit guarded with the Seven of Wands here. This is like defending yourself, standing your ground. Don't let anybody else like try to like encroach on your peace. But I mean, we do have the beautiful Star here, which is all about hope. It's like things are getting better here. And like these two cards over here, I almost look at them as like holding strong. And like they represent strength to me here. Which I think is really beautiful. So just keep that in mind. Like I want you to kind of keep the energy of keeping things close to your heart, not being super vulnerable at this time while you're working through like your past. And also like defending yourself, standing up for yourself, being strong in that way, and not like letting anybody like tell you how things need to be done or whatever. this is a very protective energy, like protecting your energy, protecting your past, protecting this vulnerable part of yourself that you're still working through. But I love that these two cards are here. Like these two very, very much feel like married as far as like what the energy is. There's hope in this love life, but you need to like, this is a very strong energy, whoever's coming up for you. So you need to like make sure you stand up to that and don't like just take a submissive role in the relationship, because that's not going to benefit you in the long run. But like very like all-consuming type energy. This is like a shadowy work deck, which is kind of like working through traumas and stuff, and I feel like that's definitely a theme for you this year. So I definitely want to pull a card from here for you. Patience, okay. Give yourself time to consider what is best for you. Be careful not to act hastily in an attempt to get everything done at once. Focus on self-importance to quicken the results. What did I say? Moving too fast. So be patient. Go slow. Give yourself grace. Give yourself time to heal from whatever this like past trauma is. Give yourself time to consider what is best for you. And again, this is like where this keeping things close to your heart is. Focus on self-improvement. Yep. I mean, there's not much else to say with that one. Totally agree with that. I'm going to be pulling from this crystal deck. I think it's so beautiful. I obviously love crystals, if you can't tell. I just feel like this brings a tangible energy into the reading, because it's like a crystal is a physical earthly item. So I feel like these energies are very attainable. And if you are a crystal person, you can obviously, like, if you have the crystal on the card, you can use it and integrate it into the energy that you want to manifest here. So we have Tiger's Eye. Beautiful Tiger's Eye is over here. And this is overcome your fears. Overcome your fears. And I feel like I really love this like strength here, because I feel like compared to the energy, if you look at this in a very linear fashion of like a storyline, which I very much read the cards like that, I do see you overcoming your fears and becoming stronger, standing up for yourself, being less like walked over, which I feel like is very much the energy here. So I think that's very beautiful. I'm going to pull a last card that's kind of like astrology related, just to see if there's anything astrological that needs to come up here. So yeah, I mean, as far as like who to look out for, it's like a fire sign, somebody passionate, very all-consuming energy, somebody that's like a light in the room. That's who this like King of Wands is. Sagittarius, optimism, exploration, and freedom. Sagittarius is a fire sign. So I love this because it's very much true. Optimism, having a positive outlook is definitely good, especially with the star card. That's kind of the optimism. Exploration, I don't think that you need to like not go into a relationship. Like I said, I definitely see a relationship forming here. Freedom, I do feel like you will feel free and like free of this baggage almost in this relationship, but I just want you to know that like you still need to work through that. That's something that you need to work on, but allow that to help you in your life. I do feel like this relationship could be healing for you in this journey, allowing you to experience freedom and love and like just new beginnings and things like that. But I definitely feel like there needs to be a past dealt with here, and being patient. I think you can have this like exploration and optimism and freedom with, while still like kind of doing it in a slower way. So that is what I see for you, group number 2. I hope that this reading resonated. If it did, I would love to know in the comments down below. Please comment what pile you picked. And if you would like a personal reading from me, I offer them down in the description box in my Etsy shop. So thank you so much for watching this. I hope you're having a magical day wherever you are. And I'm going to go to group number 3 now. Bye. Hello, group number 3. Last but not least, if you chose this deck, this reading is for you. You chose the Desert Illuminations Tarot and this beautiful piece of green adventuring. So I'm going to put that there. So we're just looking at what's coming up in love in 2024 for you. And I'm just asking spirit guides, ancestors of group number 3 to give me insight into love in 2024. I love the sound this deck makes when I shuffle. Okay, the Hierophant's coming up. Ooh, I'm keeping that out. That could be marriage, baby. Oh, yeah. Marriage, commitment, traditions. All right. Okay, cards are flying out. Knight of Swords. It's impulsive behavior. So I hope this isn't an impulsive marriage. But the way that stuff just kind of like, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I'm sorry, I'm acting a fool right now. But these cards are just flying out like craziness. So that's just the energy right now. 3 of Wands or Chilies. We have the 9 of Wands. Wands are like very much passionate, fiery energy. 4 of Wands. Okay. All right. So there's definitely like a marriage, which is so interesting because the past two readings actually were more about like self-improvement. That's kind of what came up instead of like actual relationship stuff. This reading is definitely like full on relationship in 2024. So there's definitely like an engagement, a like big celebration of love in 2024 for you guys, group number 3. Oh my gosh. So we have the Hierophant, which is like commitments, traditions. So that's why I feel like there's probably going to be like something that's like formal. So like a proposal, a wedding, something like that. Like even if it's just like a really fancy date or like a really fancy like asking you out to be like your boyfriend or girlfriend or whatever. Something like traditional that's not like seen a lot. It's like old school. Commitment, traditions. That's why that's coming up. Then we have the Knight of Daggers. So I feel like there's definitely an impulsive energy here. There's like a quickness. It doesn't necessarily have to be like a bad thing, but there's like quick. So I feel like this could either be like just the energy of like the love. So it's fast moving. Things are going fast. Things are moving along fast. Or it could just be like things are going to be happening quickly in the new year. So it might not be like a newer relationship to you, but things are going to be like going quick. I love this. Like this person looks like they know what the heck they're doing. So I don't think it's like impulsive in a bad way. I think this is more just like quick energy. Then we have the Lovers. So the Lovers coming up is a commitment. So usually I don't always read the Lovers as like a love card. I read this as more of like a choice or commitment. And because it's coming up in this love reading with like the Hierophant card, I feel like it definitely is like a commitment to each other, a commitment to marriage or like something like that. Some kind of big commitment is coming up in 2024 for you. Yeah, making a choice, making a big choice. Because the 5, so the Hierophant and the Lovers are both like major arcana cards. So that's big things in life. And then we have 3 Chilies cards, 3 Wands. So that is like fire, inspiration, passion, The spark of life. I love to call the wands in the tarot the spark of life, because it's like that thing that drives you that you don't really like know exactly what it is. It's just that fire. So we have 3 of wands. So this is like embarking on a new journey. It's like you've made the choice, you've made the commitment, and this is like a new life. So this is really beautiful. I feel like if you're getting married in 2024, this is like that step into the unknown, the step into like that new adventure, that new part of life. I definitely feel like in 2024, you're going to be stepping into like a new, just a new like chapter of life. And then we have the 9 of wands. So the 9 of wands is usually about like perseverance. It's about like sticking through the hard times and like still being standing. This to me is more like protecting your energy, being like protecting your peace is going to be a big part of like this whole thing, is like making sure to take time for yourself and like, I don't know, like I do feel like there's a fight. Like this person seems very serene. So this like card depiction is not necessarily how I would always read the card. I usually read it as more of like somebody that's been through battle. This person is like very much like peaceful. So I feel like keeping the peace and keeping like things happy and like fulfilling in the relationship is like a big part of this. And then we have the 4 of wands, which the 4 of wands is also a marriage card. It's like a celebration, a big like get together. Happiness, like contentness, a milestone, like a big part of life. So definitely all signs are kind of pointing towards like a big marriage or something in 2024 for you guys. So that's really exciting. I'm not going to pull any more tarot, but I am going to pull some oracle cards for you here. Just to see what else we can get about 2024. Distracted. It's time to focus. This is an invitation for you to give priority to your needs without feeling guilty. Pick a direction. If you don't, it will be far more difficult to accomplish anything. Yeah, so I feel like you already kind of like, I love that that's a 9 and then this is the 9 because that's like very much the energy here. Like focus on your own crap. Like if anybody else has like an opinion about this marriage or like this relationship, this is very much like focusing on your own energy. Doing things for you, like especially with wedding planning, if that is something that's coming up for you, wedding planning, like don't listen to everybody else and like what they want or their suggestions. Listen to what you want and do it your way, because it's your day, and like letting other people dictate that is like, you're gonna regret it later on. So yeah. And like I also think the Lovers, like making sure you actually commit fully, which I don't think that's a problem because it says pick a direction. I don't think that's a problem here in this reading. So I feel like that's already like a full force thing that's happening. So anyway, I'm gonna pull from this deck. It's a beautiful crystal deck. I love crystals. I feel like this brings like a tangible energy because crystals are from the earth, and so it's like very much attainable energy in these cards. Okay, I need to shuffle this one more time. I've never had like so many like just blaring like marriage cards come up like that. Because I usually don't say stuff like, oh, marriage. But golden healer quartz. Open the door. Yeah. This is very much the energy of the 3 of wands. It's like stepping into the next doorway, the next chapter of life. It's opening a new door and stepping through it. Beautiful. I'm going to pull one last card. This is a astrology deck. Just to see if there's anything like astrologically that needs to be talked about here. Leo's a fire sign, so that's obvious as to why that's coming up. Lots of passion in this relationship, like a spark. Beautiful. Self-confidence, loyalty, and creativity. Yeah. Self-confidence, loyalty, and creativity. Like, I feel like that's definitely like the Knight of Daggers energy here. It's like confident. Like I was saying, that they seem like they know what they're doing or what they want. There's very much like a confident energy here of like, I'm gonna do what I want and I'm not gonna let anybody else tell me otherwise. And I love that loyalty is coming up because I feel like that's important in this relationship. Like, it felt a little bit like fleety, like fickle a little bit just because of all this like fire going on. I was like, what the heck? But I love that loyalty is coming up because that's like, that shows me that there's like true commitment here and true love. So that is what I see for you guys, group number 3. If this reading resonated, I would love to hear feedback down below in the comments. Please let me know what pile you picked. If you'd like a personal reading from me, I offer them down in the description box in my Etsy shop. And I hope you're having a magical day wherever you are. And I'm going to get on to the outro now. Bye. All right, guys. Thank you so much for sticking with me in this video and watching. I would love if you would subscribe. I'm trying to get this channel to like a good number so I can maybe like continue to do it possibly as like an income source. I don't know if that's possible, but it would be cool if you help me out and subscribed and liked the video and commented down below and let me know what you thought and let me know what topics you would like to see in the new year for readings. And again, if you want any kind of a personal reading, I do a lot of like deep self work over in my Etsy shop for readings. I do have love readings, but I feel like a lot of people like to book the more like personal work stuff. So anyways, that's all linked down below in the Etsy shop down below in my description box. I'm sorry, I'm getting tired. I've been talking too much. So anyways, I love you guys so much. Thank you for being here and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.